You know, it's so weird. I just realized what I look like. I look like I got a Santa Claus hat on, and it's not. It's my things for my eyes and my bonnet. Oh, y'all, today is interesting. It's an interesting day. All right, so I know that it's been a little crazy today. The energy has been something else, but let me just say this. For you guys who don't know, and I'm sure you kind of got this information some way, somehow, but today is the first day of Pluto entering Aquarius, and it will be, so Pluto went direct in Aquarius. And somebody would say, well, what does that mean? Okay, so let me give it to you like this. You have the 12 zodiac signs, and technically there's 13, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to stick with the 12 for right now. So there's 12 zodiac signs, and you have the 9 planets, you have the sun, you have the moon, and then you have those planets for those planets who have moons, there can be a little bit of that. But mainly you have the 9 planets, the sun, the moon, the north and south node, right? And then you have Lilith, which is the black moon. Anyways, so Pluto is one, well, according to, if you believe in space, if you believe that we're floating around in space around this big ball of sun, and somehow space is black and the sun lights up the earth. Maybe that went over some people's head, because how can the sun give us so much light and then be black in the solar system? I haven't had anyone break that down to me to make it make sense. If the sun is the brightest thing and hottest thing, and when we're facing it, we have sunlight, and when we're not facing it, we have darkness. But the sun is always out there in space. Okay. Today's a funny day. It's funny. But anyway, but if you believe that, which I don't, but you have these 9 planets, and Pluto is, and can sometimes, scooch across and be closer, but in most cases it's the furthest one from the sun, and it's the slowest moving planet, and it's the coldest planet. And Pluto represents transformation and death. Okay, so death is also another form of transformation. It's leaving this one state to going into the next state. And so Pluto, like I said, has entered into Aquarius. And why is this so significant? Well, Pluto has left Capricorn. Capricorn, it has been in Capricorn for the last 16 years. So if you're a Capricorn, or if you're a cardinal sign, so that would be Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, or Libra, you probably went through something really horrible in life for the last 15 years. You probably had like tower moment after tower moment, and you're probably just feeling like, holy crap. So Pluto has finally left the cardinal signs. Okay. So there's that. And so they have so Pluto is in Aquarius. Now it would be in Aquarius for the next 19 to 20 years. This transit is even longer than the last one. So all of you fixed signs, Aquarius, what is that? Taurus, Scorpio, and I believe Leo. Yeah, Leo. So those 4 are gonna feel this Pluto and Aquarius. Yeah, so okay, so let me give it to you like this. So there's a big clock in the sky. This clock is super big and very intricate. Okay, so you have the 12 zodiacs, even though there's 13. You got the 12 zodiacs, and they represent different things. So you have 4 that represent earth, 4 that represent air, 4 that represent water, and 4 that represent fire. All right. So your cardinal signs, and here's the thing about the cardinal signs, the fixed signs, and the mutable signs, right? So your cardinal signs are going to have each one. Okay, so for example, I'm a Capricorn, I'm a cardinal sign, right? And going so down here and then going this way to your left, or your right, my left, there is Aries, right? So then you have Aries, which is a cardinal sign, and you go directly up from Capricorn, you have Cancer. So that's earth, fire, water, and then Libra over here is the air sign. And that is for each thing. So each fixed signs, mutable signs, and cardinal signs. All right, so that's your little lesson on astrology. Then, or that part. So then you have the 9 planets plus Lilith, or the black moon. So you have, and then you also have, anyway, it's getting too deep. So you have these 9 planets, right? And based on where we are at in the traveling around the sun, or at least traveling in this system, we are under now today. We are officially in the age of Aquarius starting today. Today is November 19th. We're not going back into Pisces unless you plan on being here for another 100,000 years and then coming back to be back in Pisces. We're never going to see it again. We're never going to see Pluto in Capricorn for another 280 something plus years. So that just finished, and we'll never see that ever again, at least in our lifetime. So that's why these things are very significant, and today is very special. So you have that going on. And then, so Aquarius, and so now that we are in the age of Aquarius, that means we are no longer in the age of Pisces. That means we're no longer under the 2 fish. We are now under the sign of Aquarius. And the Aquarius symbol, or at least the constellation of Aquarius, is the guy carrying the water basket. And you can go, well, Whitney, why is that so significant? Well, because in the Bible, Jesus says that at the end of this age, at the end of this age, you will see a guy carrying a water basket. Hey, Em. So you'll see a guy carrying the water basket. And today is that day. We are now entering into the age of Aquarius. Pluto is its first day in Aquarius. It's going to get bumpy. Now, as I was saying earlier, why is this so significant? Hey, lady. Why is this so significant? Is because Pluto represents the death and transformation. So all of the old way, all of the old system, all of the old structure is coming to an end. Now, today, of course, the Biden administration unfortunately decided to the Biden administration decided to give Ukraine support and to go for Russia. Oh my God. And it is not a coincidence that it happens on the day of Pluto entering into Aquarius. Death and transformation. So they're pretty much trying to start this World War III. Now, here's the thing. I know so much, but our government has definitely studied these things longer than I have. So, and it has been, passed down, these secrets and everything else. So they know, okay? But I have a little bit more, what is the word I'm looking for? I have some more faith in us, we the people, than I do have in what these higher up people know and what they are doing and plan on doing. Because we have entered into the age of Aquarius, right? So I'm trying to make this all make sense and tie it in together. So even though they know the times, we are still being affected by it, right? And we have more people who are getting an understanding of astrology and how it can affect your life, right? Individually and then us as a collective. And so with Pluto entering the sign of Aquarius, the old structure has to end. It has to be taken down. Aquarius is the highest air sign. It is the ether. That's why when you see the symbol of the Aquarius sign, it looks like water waves. But yeah, the ether, it would be the heavens, right? Even the heavens, if you're going to go according to Genesis, there's water above us, there's water beneath us. So it makes sense for the Aquarius sign, which is the highest air sign, to look like water. And then, of course, if you read the Bible, then you have Jesus saying at the end of this age, you'll see this person carrying a water basket, and the water basket is the sign of Aquarius. So the Piscean age is over. We are now here. Then, so with Pluto entering into Aquarius, we're going to see a lot of things crumble. We're going to see more technology become more important, powerful. A lot more information is going to come out. We see people like Diddy and all of these people getting in trouble. All these celebrities are basically tattletelling on everybody else, and everybody's trying to like run for the covers. It's just they're not going to be successful because of the time that we're in. And Toussaint said it best in the book of The Art of War. He said, "Know the heavens and know the earth, and your victory is going to be for sure." The heavens, we can't, not the government, not you, not I, we can't change the heavens. The heavens are there, as above, so below, as within, so without, or so without. So the heavens is telling us what is happening, right? All of these changes are happening, and once we get into December, slash, January, we'll see a lot of things change. Now we are going into, tomorrow we have Mercury going to retrograde. Why is this important? Because when it comes down to communication and it comes down to deals, contracts, things like that, they have a very strong effect. Now, we have been in the foreshadow phase since November. What was that? November 10th, November 12th. Was it the 10th? I think it was the 10th. So we've been in the pre-shadow phase. So it makes sense for all of this stuff to be bubbling up. Plus, we just recently had a full moon in Taurus, with Saturn on the 15th going direct back into Aries. So what does that mean, right? So Saturn is the ruler, by the way, ruler of Aquarius and Capricorn. And it is like that father figure, structure, discipline, that's that energy, right? For Saturn to go direct in Aries, which Aries is this zodiac sign of it's a fire sign, but it's also about war. It's also about it is passion in a sense, but Aries is also known as that emperor energy, right? The great warrior, the great king, but a little bit higher than a king, great emperor. And now that Saturn is direct in Aries, it's almost like, yeah, you might be the emperor, but I'm a god. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to work together. And what a time, right? This happened and the full moon, that happened. So Saturn went direct in Aries on the 15th of November during this pre-phase, shadow phase of Mercury going into retrograde. And then, what am I saying? And then for the full moon in Taurus. So Taurus is all about family and home and relationships, love, commitment, right? So to me, I feel like there's either people who are leaving relationships or ending certain things or seeing something come to fruition. It's full. That's what the full moon is. It's full. And so you see that happen. on this November 15th, right? So these transits, we got things shifting, right? And then 4 days later, we see Pluto enter into Aquarius, which was today. So Saturn is in Aries, but we have Uranus, who is also the partial ruler of Aquarius, which is still in Pisces. So there's a lot going on. And Uranus is that sign of, ooh, surprise, surprise, surprise. That is Uranus, okay? So naturally, for Uranus to be the surprise, a planet, or so the surprise planet being in Pisces, we should see a thing like what happened today with Biden and Ukraine and the missiles going to Russia. We should see that. Why? Because surprise, surprise, we are in the age of Aquarius. Okay, so if Uranus is still in Pisces, let me make this, bring it full circle. Hopefully you guys can follow with me. So with Uranus being retrograded in Pisces, we are no longer in the age of Pisces. At this point, it's like watching an animal backed in a corner and don't want to change, but has to change. So they decide to fight till their death. That is what we're seeing. And so it just naturally makes sense for them to try to start World War III. On the first day with Pluto going into Aquarius and Uranus still in Pisces. Like, duh. So yeah, like, it makes sense. And here's the thing. Uranus will be there in Pisces. It will go direct in January, I believe it is. So it's not there for too much longer. I think it goes direct January 6th. Don't quote me on that. I have to do some little digging. But yeah, so Uranus will be in Pisces, which is the old age that is completely dying out. That is such a mouthful. So dying out on the day of Pluto going into Aquarius, which is the new age that we're in, and the planet of death and transformation. Uranus back in Pisces decided to give us a little shaking up, okay? But now that I've said all this stuff out loud, I'm seeing what I saw. I'm just telling you what I saw. And I pray that I'm correct, but I'm going according to the heavens, and the heavens as above, so below. So with this being the case, we're going to see, I don't see it going well for the kickoff of this thing, right? And what I like, in so many ways, it was a bold move, it was a shocking move, but it was also kind of a punk move. And the reason why I say it was a punk move is because you did it the day before Mercury goes into retrograde. So you want to get your lick. I'm gonna punch you on the day before we go into Mercury retrograde. Boom. But let's just keep it 100. We've been in the foreshadow phase of a Mercury retrograde since November 10th. So that still counts, bro. Okay. And like I said, Uranus is still in Pisces. It's causing Pisces to do, it's basically, like I said, backed into a corner. They don't want to give up. It's a very narcissistic, kind of vibe, You lost, you're mad, so you decide to start a war. I mean, people, you can't even complain about January 6th at this point. Who can? Nobody. January 6th is what is that? People call it child's play, I think it is. It's minor compared to what is happening today. You want to see somebody have a hissy fit? This is someone having a hissy fit that they lost. And so ultimately, I feel like we all know that. astrologically speaking, it makes sense, but it doesn't work out. The collective as a whole is vibrating so much higher. We are still watching a group of people fight till the death. Think about it. All of the people that are linked to Harris, Biden, Obama in some cases, are people in these rings of who the Diddy's and the Jeffrey Epstein's, and they're within these circles. They all hang together. They all party together, and with there being so much light being shined on this area, you got to, if that energy and that, I don't want to use spirit, but let's just say, I'm going to say spirit just for right now. But that energy, that spirit is really struggling to keep its relevance and its place. I am telling you that it will not stay. The heavens, unless, they somehow, we could change the zodiac signs, and we can and I don't know, turn the clock a little different or something like that. If we can't change the clock in above us, this thing is over. It really will be over in January. And what we're seeing right now is a fighting animal backed in the corner. That is what we're watching right now. And it's sad to look at. But astrologically speaking, that is what's going on. And yeah, so it's going to be beautiful because, so let me talk about this. So Aquarius, like I said, is the highest air sign, this and that. Aquarius is the age of Aquarius is the golden age. It's the golden age. It's the golden age because it is the ether. It is the heavens. It is the highest realm. It is the water from the heavens, the waters of the deep, the waters of the heavens. And it is raining down on the earth. And those who have no connection to the heaven and the earth are going to be lost in the sauce. See, and that also applies to people who, and I'm going to say it, stay within the 66 books. You're going to be lost in the sauce because you don't know the heavens. You don't know the heavens and you don't know the earth. And so if you don't know the heavens, don't know the earth, you're missing it, right? You don't know the time. And, also on that note, let me just say this really quickly. 66 books is like the watered down version of the Bible as a whole. The Bible had way more books. If you go to the Geneva Bible, it was written before the King James. And then there is a Bible, can't think of the name of the Bible right now, but it's before the Geneva Bible. And it has more books, and it has, and if you really want to get fancy, those Bibles cost a lot of money. My mother was looking at one the other day, and it was like $18,000. And then there was another one for like on Amazon for like $75,000. These Bibles cost a lot of money because they're old. They're old. They're still intact, and they're not like any of the Bibles that we have today. So, it's not going to have the same stuff that it has. So if you're stuck in the 66 books, especially the King James Version, I would advise you to do studying on King James and who he was and how he was and what he really wanted to do. And then And then hopefully you will do some more studying and read the Geneva Bible, and then go and read the other older Bible and learn the heavens, learn the earth. And then maybe you will understand that the book of Revelation is not the last book of the Bible. So anyways, I am going to hop off of here. As you can see, I'm in my nightgown and I'm getting ready to go to sleep because I have to get up early in the morning. Later, y'all. How do I end this? Let's see. End live.